What's up, everybody? It's a late night Tuesday, 11 o'clock Eastern. Just seeing if who's on. Just seen Spider Man No Way Home yesterday. See if anybody wants to come on and let's discuss the movie. It will be spoilers. I mean, we can do it non spoiler for a little bit, then we'll do spoilers. So, got the link in the chat. So, if anybody wants to come on, we can discuss the movie. If you have seen the movie, if you don't want to, if you haven't seen, I wouldn't advise it to watch unless you just want spoilers. But like I said, links in the chat. I'll be on for a little bit. See if anybody wants to pop on. It's a Spider-Man chat, like anybody else. Check out the stream earlier. We had on the Night of Metal show. We had White Collar on there from California. Awesome stream, awesome band. Check out their stuff on their website. Great show we had earlier with Ronnie and Joseph and Devin. So, like I said, we're on here just a late night stream. I'm gonna bring a little Spider-Man talk. If anybody's if anybody's on YouTube tonight, want to talk, there's the link right there. I'll be on for a little bit. So, movie was really good. I don't want to talk about it till like somebody comes on, but recommend to see it. Very good movie. So, guys, definitely check it out at your local theater or IMAX. So let's see if we got anybody that's interested in coming on tonight. Let me hit a couple. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Like I said, we're doing a little Spider-Man talk tonight. If anybody wants to pop on, we'll have a little Spider-Man No Way Home. If anybody's interested in talking, they haven't seen the movie, come on in. I wouldn't recommend it if you hadn't seen the movie, but hey, Danny, what's going on, brother? If you want to come in, you can, brother. I got the link up there. Just a little late night chat. See, I just saw Spider Man the other day, so we're just if anybody wants to chat about it, I know you probably chatted all weekend about it. You're probably tired of it by now, but yeah, had a big stream earlier today, so seeing what's going on. I seen you were in traffic earlier today in one of your videos, man. Yeah, everybody's rushing up there, man. Crazy traffic going on. Well, y'all had some bad weather up that way up in the eastern seaboard there too, so it's crazy. We had like freaking 40, 50 mile per hour winds today. We get a little rain, but we didn't get just a lot of wind. It's crazy. No rain or no snow, but a lot of wind. Got trash over the yard. Got to pick up tomorrow, so it's gonna be fun. So I'm enjoying my stream tonight. For tomorrow's gonna be a work in the yard day. All right. Anybody on? Okay. I'm about to hit the hay. Got to go to work in the morning. It's rain here. Yeah, I know. I seen y'all had some bad weather up there. Y'all got more of the rain and stuff. We got a lot of wind. I think LDG in the Orlando area got a little bit of the rain and stuff. We got a lot of wind though. It was like, I guess the intel of that storm or front or wherever it was. We're supposed to get cooler the next 2 days. I'm sure y'all gonna be a lot colder. We're supposed to get like 47 to 45, the coldest. But I mean, y'all might get down in the I don't know if y'all gonna get down to freezing or not. But yeah, y'all got a lot of that rain and stuff up that way. I seen yeah, it was just a lot of wind this way. But yeah, it's supposed to be Christmas. It's supposed to be 70 degrees, so it's going to be cold, and then it's going to get warm again. So it make everybody sick as usual. That's a bad thing about it. You get 70, 90 degrees one day, and then you 30, 20 degrees the next day, and then turn around. Let's see, no wind really. Cold and rainy. Okay. So y'all got, yeah, we might see, I guess where we were at on the front, y'all got most of the big bad rain, and it just was windy. I mean, we were supposed to get some rain, but it just did not come in. It was just really windy. I mean, my whole yard is like trash. They got all the limbs and leaves are falling anyways, but stinking trash and palmetto tree limbs and all that all over the yard. And, all these trees that they start breaking apart when it wind. It was a good like steady wind there, 30 to 40 mile per wind, just constant there for a little bit in the afternoon. It's already died down now. Had a little sprinkle, but not much. But probably I think it's supposed to last. I think we're gonna get some more tomorrow, and then like you said, it's supposed to get. Y'all gonna get cold. Y'all gonna get really cold, but we're gonna get like 45, 47, which is cool for Florida, but it's not like freezing. It's pretty good weather. Then it's supposed to go up to 70 degrees by Friday or right near Christmas time. So yeah, definitely be safe on that road, bro. I know that's all them dangerous storms have been cutting through there. I know from Tennessee and Kentucky. I know this crazy, all those tornadoes and all that went on, but it's crazy weather and all that. And you gotta be careful on the roads, all that. But yeah. Man, I know I was when I was listening to football game, Dan, I was thinking about you and some of those picks, man. You got a couple of those picks right, and you were picking some odd picks, but man, there was so many games. It was like the Bucks. I don't know what in the world happened to Tampa and the Cardinals losing to Detroit, and it's like God, man, it was just trash. But who knows, man? I'm a little worried about my team now. they put himself in a bind, man. They need to win at least another game. They don't want to get play the Saints in the playoffs or anything, because bad as they play against them. So it's crazy. All right, guys. Anybody on here, man, want to come on? We could talk about some Spider-Man, or that was the main thing. And then we got Hawkeye coming up tonight. I know. I haven't seen Eternals, so I can't really talk about that. I don't know much about it till it comes on Disney. I'm gonna wait till it comes on Disney Plus the 12th. I know Eric's seen it, but he said it was okay. He liked it. But, I know Danny there's seen it. I know we got The Matrix coming out tomorrow, I believe, too. So that's another. I'm gonna HBO Max that one. I'm not gonna even worth going to theater. But I know at the theater, man, there was some decent trailers coming out. Morbius looks excellent. I mean, I want to definitely check that out. Hopefully it ties in with this movie. Maybe it's a good movie. I'm trying to think what else we saw. There was Lightyear looked pretty good. My kids wanted to see that. I know that looked pretty good. The Kingsman looked really good. I'm interested in see that movie. Hope it's as good as the other two. There was another movie. It was called Ambulance. It looked decent. So I know Tom Holland's new movie. What is it? Farscape or Far Cry or something like that. Yeah, it was like I don't know. It didn't look like it looked okay, but the Batman. They showed the Batman trailer, which looked really good. It's going to be like I definitely want to go see that in the theater. It'd be nice if they had them on HBO Max, because then we could see it a couple times. But I definitely want to see that in the theater next year. Okay, so like I said, anybody watching, check out my channel. If you subscribe, we had an interview tonight. I had a Night of Metal. We had a band from California. We interviewed me, Ronnie, Devin, and Joseph. It was pretty good show. It was 533. There's a new movie coming out called 533. I didn't see that one. Was that in the previews? There's a man. What's up, Robert? You work tonight right now? Hope everything's doing good, brother. Everything's doing good. Finally got to see Spider-Man yesterday with the kids. That was an interesting situation. Yeah, my kids wanted, all my kids wanted to see it. My young ones had me a little aggravated because he didn't want to see it, but he liked it. But I thought it was a great movie. Problem is I saw a lot of the spoilers before weekend. I saw some of the little bit of bootleg stuff, so I tried to stay away, but it was hard to. So all the way. Everybody was on YouTube about it, so you pretty much knew everything. But even though that man, it felt just like not seeing it when you know what was going to happen when you went in there and when Toby showed up and Andrew showed up. Oh, this is spoilers if ain't nobody's watched it. Let's watch it. Aunt May, Aunt May died. I was trying to hold it back, with my kids. I was trying not to cry in front of my kids there a little bit. It was a little tough. It was a little tough there. It's like I say, the movie was really good. They did leave it. At the end where if Sony and them decides not to go, definitely could just. I guess they could go on their own Venomverse or whatever. They had that end credit scene with the little goose. So there's a lot of possibilities. But it was enjoyable. And it was funny is my wife enjoyed the movie. My wife does not like comic book movies. She does not like. She hates them. So. Rob, you have a good one, brother. Be safe out there. Have a good one, brother, and be safe out there, brother. If I don't talk to you before then, have a happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays. You too, Danny. If in case y'all ain't doing any more streams until Christmas, so make sure everybody be safe out there on the road. Have a happy holidays. But guys, check out anybody watching. Check out Danny's channel, Comic Chat, and Robert Storm's Live. They both have great, good content, great channels, awesome shows. Danny's usually on he's on Rob's channel, and Danny's is on Chaos Central also. So check those channels out. Awesome content on comic books, movies, and Danny has a sports show. Him and Anzo and Chris and Roberto on the weekends. I don't know. I don't think they don't have it this week because of Christmas, but unless he has it after. But great show there also. Talking about NFL, NBA. So guys, anybody check those channels out. Awesome shows. But I'm just here talking some stuff. If anybody wants to get on, guys, anybody can. I know Danny and Rob's they're busy, but anybody else pops on us, it's in the background, and we can always get a good call. I was going to wait. I know a couple of other people had they wanted to do the show. They hadn't seen it yet, so maybe by the end we'll have another show at the end of the week. But I know Danny had a good review about it. Rob's had a couple reviews on it. It's good. Anzo has some good reviews on it. He's had a couple good shows. I know Danny's been talking about it all week. Danny's probably getting tired of probably talking about it. But it's such a good movie, man. It was a good movie. Kevin Feige, he's a genius, man. If I tell you, if it was up to Sony, this would not have happened. Just trust me. They would have somehow figured out how to screw it up. But I'm sure Kevin Feige is the one who just made it go smooth right through. He made it. Like I said, if this is it for the MCU with Spider-Man, it makes sense where how it ends. But anything's possible. I'm waiting for Hawkeye tonight, so I'm hoping that's a fire show. And Danny, hey Austin, what's going on, brother? I got the link up there if you want to pop in or if you want to talk. If you've seen Spider-Man, if you want to see if you've seen Spider-Man so far. But it's like I said, hey, Kevin Feige made it perfect. Like I definitely want to see Hawkeye tonight. I'm expecting something big tonight. We got to reveal the Kingpin. If you haven't spoilers, you haven't seen Hawkeye yet. You did get to reveal the Kingpin last week. I think we're going to hear Kingpin. I just have a feeling we're going to see somebody else. It may not be Daredevil. I mean, I know that but I'm eventually going to have to because it all ties them together. But I have a feeling we're going to see something else. And I just hope Echo has a. I have seen. Hey, Austin, if you want to come in, I got the link there. Let me link it again. If you want to come in, man, I'm just doing a. Let me see here. Let me copy it. Yeah. There it is, man. If you want to come in, pop in, chat a little bit if you want to. But yeah, definitely. Definitely hope Hawkeye's good. I mean, right now it's my number 2 MCU show. So, I mean, I'm like Danny. I think Falcon Winter Soldier was the best one. Was Loki 3, but I'm hoping this one. Hey Zil, what's going on, brother? If you want to come in, I got the link there. If you want to. There he is. What's up, man?
Hello.
So you've seen Spider-Man, right? You've seen Spider-Man?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I know. I got a couple of friends that hadn't seen it yet. They was wanting to come on, but I said, well, wait, I don't want to spoil it for you. So I just saw it yesterday, so I was pretty excited about it.
Oh man, I think I've seen the movie twice already.
Have you?
Yeah.
I would if I had it close. If I had a theater next to me, man, I definitely would have gone and seen it again. It's just I have to travel, so I have traveled a little far. But I took the whole family there, so it was interesting. I had all 6 of us there, so. My big ones liked it. My wife liked it. It was weird because my wife hates comic book movies. So it was like, whoa. I was like, my wife liked the movie. So I was like, wow. Got props on that one. So, and then my little one was a little fidgety because he's a little young. So he wanted to play around. He wanted to run around the theater, be Spider-Man in the theater. So, yeah, it was different. So, yeah, you have to watch him because, man, he sees him swinging off the there. So he wants to swing off the top rafter into the bottom seats, so, but, I mean, all over together. What do you think, man? 1 out of 10. What do you think? You think you got a perfect 10, 9?
I give the movie a 9 out of 10. It is easily probably my second favorite MCU film, and it's in my top 3 Spider-Man films. It's freaking amazing. No pun intended.
It was, man. I know some people Kevin Feige bash a little bit, but I think Kevin Feige, if it wasn't for him, I don't think this movie would have happened. I think
Absolutely.
I think it just and the thing is, if it ends here, everybody says they already signed a new trilogy and Venom and all this. But if it doesn't, you know how Hollywood, you never know. Because I keep hearing reports. 1 minute they're going to start their own thing. Next minute they're going to do this. At least it ended where it could just move on to the next universe without, because nobody knows him now. So, MCU, he's pretty much, at least they did that. But I mean, there's plenty of room to go anywhere. So, I mean, but it just, but I think Kevin Feige, I think he safeguarded himself there because if you'd have did it like if you'd have ended it like the last one ended and they wouldn't have made it would have been, it just pissed everybody off like the Andrew Garfield, it just ended and, I've heard rumors, I've seen Robert had something of the sort that they may make that 3rd film of Andrew Garfield and maybe Kevin Feige's involved in that. So that would be a good thing too. So,
the thing is, I actually wouldn't mind if they did that because then that would mean that Sony and Marvel are smart and they're saying, okay, this movie is done really well. It's already made like over $600 million in the box office. It's going to make close to $1 billion if it doesn't at least make it.
See, everybody says $1 billion, but this movie, I think it's gonna make way more because the last Spider-Man made $1 billion, so I think at least $1.5 billion. I think at least it's $1.5 billion gonna get this one, unless the COVID, with the holiday, they shut everything down. I think we're buying at least New Year's will be over $1 billion. I believe. I mean, at the pace it's going, I think it'll hit by New Year's. It'll be over $1 billion. Poor Matrix is going to suffer from it, and the Kingsman's going to suffer from it. But that's just tough, But if you You put your movies against that kind of a juggernaut. That's just like those movies that put against Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, that's just tough.
It's like you're asking for your movie to not do that well.
Yeah, I mean I remember even like that year when Solo came out, the movie was already in trouble with the fans anyway, and but you put it in between 1 week of Deadpool and then 1 week, I know the week after was Infinity War. I mean, I can't remember which order it was, but you was like, you're screwed. You got that 1 week, you're gonna make okay, and then you're screwed. I mean, that was the problem with that. It just can't. But it's gonna be interesting. It's just that Morbius movie. I think Morbius is gonna be. I think Morbius will probably more than Venom 2 did. I mean, Venom 2, I was looking at it's right at a half a billion right now, I believe. 500 million. Yeah, I think I think the continuation of this movie. Problem now with Venom, I went to Walmart today and Venom is already on DVD and Blu-ray and I don't think it's streaming anywhere, but so right there that cuts into its profit. That's going to cover in any. I think they should have made re-release this with sort of with Spider-Man. They wouldn't get a lot of money. They wouldn't get the money in Spider-Man, but I think they might have got people going back and watch Venom, maybe possibly.
Yeah.
But with them already releasing it on DVD, that means you're already pushing it out. But I think the Morbius coming out like mid-January or something like that.
Yeah.
I think the continuation is gonna make it. People's going, we want to see Morbius now because it's going to tie into this movie. In which it could not. I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff there, possibilities.
Like judging from the ending of this movie, I wouldn't be surprised if Morbius takes place during not only No Way Home, but maybe this is taking place in Andrew's universe.
And Venom's. So that's why I'm wondering if Venom is going to be introduced in Andrews, because it sounds like that.
Yeah, because judging from the mid credits, I believe that because Tom Holland's probably going to do their own Black Suit storyline, and then so Tom Hardy's just going to do his own thing. And I'm thinking since obviously the mid credit scene, he's going to talk to Spider-Man. I'm thinking he's going to talk to somebody, if not and Andrews at the very least, which it's a possibility. I mean, I don't know if it's likely at this point, but after what I saw in No Way Home, I always say never say never.
Yeah.
It can happen.
I wasn't the most fan of Andrews. Was his two films, but I would like them to go back and make a third one and finish that trilogy.
Yeah.
I would like them to finish that. I don't know if Toby will get another one. Toby, it may be, Toby may come back in like a film, maybe in a I've heard maybe possibly Doctor Strange, maybe something. He might be coming back. I just don't see him. I could see Andrew finishing that trilogy because they like doing trilogies. So that's just like a left out, something needs to make, even like Ant-Man got a trilogy. Mostly every character is getting a trilogy. So, finish it off strong. You had that weak movie, but boom, and you can have that third movie. Right now, if they come out with an Andrew Garfield film next year, it would do good. I think a lot of people are going to watch it.
Oh yeah, they definitely would. And the thing is with Andrew, it's like I like Andrew Garfield. I think he's a great Spider-Man. But unfortunately, the movies he was in, they really weren't that great. Like the first one was, I liked the first one. The second one, I call the movie, it's overbloated, and also they kind of blew their load way too early with a lot of it. So I want them to do a third one to give Andrew something of like, hey,
I do too.
Like at least redeem him a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think this film here redeemed him. So I think that's what I'm saying. If they make that third film, and it was so funny. I was like that. See, I was surprised they didn't bring Rhino in. I guess he was up in that purple stuff. Like how I could make out him and some guy with a staff. So I know Danny was talking about it too. I don't know who that character was. I was trying to figure out that too. And there was a bunch of other characters back there. So I'm assuming they're Spider-Man villains. I mean, hell, you could have, God, who knows what, Danny. Have a good one, Danny. Have a good night. Be safe out there, Danny. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, I mean, you could have, I guess, some odd ass Spider-Man villains that we haven't even seen yet. I was looking at some encyclopedia, some or some of the oddball villains that, but there could be a bunch of them in there. I mean, we haven't seen Tombstone and a couple other things. So in different universes,
the guy with the spear I have a theory that it might have been Kraven.
Well, Kraven too. That's another thing. Well, that's what we were going to get before the whole they redid the thing. I think it was Kraven's Hunt was supposed to get originally, right?
Something like that.
But I'm sort of glad we didn't. I mean, it's way better. But I mean, they are still doing making that Kraven movie, and they're going to have it tied in, and I'm sure we're going to see Black Cat and Silver Sable and you got the Kingpin too. I mean, see, that's what's so good about this Kingpin going in MCU. So that makes you say, and Daredevil was like, they're going to continue it because Kingpin is a Spider. Because I think it's Kingpin's listed under the Spider-Man villain. So I think Sony, but they're letting Marvel. I don't know how that goes, because some of them characters are both, and they're tied in together. So there's so much. I like this Hawkeye tonight. I would not doubt if we don't see a Spider-Man swing by, during the S. We're going to see, Tom Holland, but I just see if we see a Spider-Man swing by. I think they mentioned that on Danny's round table the other day, because the shield, the Captain American shield on the Statue of Liberty, it was destroyed now at the end of this movie, and that Statue of Liberty was still together in that last episode when we saw it in Hawkeye. So unless it was way before the Spider-Man movie, I don't know, what the time frame there, but it looks really close because you got to look at, because it was Halloween. See, I don't know, because it was Halloween when he met when he went and saw Doctor Strange, so it's right in there before Christmas. So it might be a little bit before Spider, so we may not. So I don't know. I was just saying because it was around Halloween because he had the Halloween decorations, with Doctor Strange. But then I think in Spider-Man, didn't we see a little bit of Christmas decorations, some parts of it?
I think so.
Yeah, so
because I know
around that time
frame. You're saying Christmas at the end, so yeah. I would say the guy takes place after.
Yeah. So I hope it. Like I said, I hope it's good. I hope we get to hear Kingpin tonight. I hope it, or when the episode, and hope we got a surprise character. It may not be Daredevil, maybe somebody else, but I hope it's, I hope it's like, damn it, people are going to get really excited. And, but the only thing now I'm wondering, what's our next episode? What's our next series coming in Marvel? Is it She-Hulk or Moon Knight?
Because I know there's a couple of them coming out. I would probably say She-Hulk, but there's also Miss Marvel, I think that's coming out too, and Moon Knight.
That one got Miss Marvel. They pushed to November, I think they said.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Well, they want to tie it in with the Miss Marvel or the Marvels or whatever it is, and I think because of that Black Panther situation where they don't know what the hell's going on. I think that movie's going to be pushed 2023, and they got the Marvels movie already finished, so I think we're going to get that one replaced Black Panther, and it was just going to flip flop it. So it would make sense. Then you could have the series and the movie at the same time. So, but She-Hulk would make sense with Daredevil because you could probably bring Daredevil into She-Hulk because of being the lawyer situation. So
yeah,
you just want that continuation. See, because the Moon Knight, I just depending on what time frame they do it. I'm assuming it's going to connect, but you never know.
I'm intrigued about Moon Knight. Moon Knight is one of the more underrated characters, so I'm definitely intrigued to see how they do Moon Knight justice and for the show.
So Spider-Man could do their own version of the Rhino and the Shocker. Yeah, they could. I mean, that was funny. I know what mentioning Rhino. He says on that part when they're all together, he said, "Yeah, what was your crazy saying?" And he said, "Well, I fought an alien with the black goo," and he said, "Well, I fought a purple alien," and then he started talking about I fought a Russian guy in a mechanical rhino suit. And I was like, so they Easter egged it a little bit to us, but yeah.
Like the best scenes of that movie were just the three of them just like talking. Like they had really good chemistry. Like my favorite scene of the entire movie was them. I think they were I think they were on a rooftop and they were like talking about like, you know, their failures and stuff and bonding over that. I'm like, dude, this is a great scene. And then 2 scenes after, it's like, so you know, does your webbing come from anywhere else? And then he's like, no, I don't want to talk about this. And he's like, well, you know, we don't do that.
Exactly. Yeah. The only I only had one, and this has nothing to do with the film. I guess it was the theater I watched it in. I see a problem. I saw on Monday, and it was a matinee, so it got a few cheers. You know, I wish I'd have been your theater. You probably people were cheering and happy, and standing up and all that. Mine there was mostly older people in there, so you got pretty much the senior citizen, older people. So you got maybe one little clap or two. I think my family they were like booing us because we were making noise in the theater. But that was the only thing I missed out. I was like, because you've been in the movies when the first come out, and especially at Endgame, man, when Captain caught that hammer at me and people was like, yeah, if you thought people were gonna rip the seat out behind, and you were cheering and stuff. I didn't get that's the only that's the only disappointment I had in the movie is I didn't have the crowd reaction. That was the only thing. So I missed that, but I mean, and they should have. And I'm looking at these people, it's like, man, you should get your little asses up and cheer for that, man. So but that was the only disappointment I had, Did you have a good crowd? Did you have a good crowd in your audience, your theater?
So the first time I went, the crowd wasn't like crazy, It was just more like you heard like a few audible gasps, like, oh my god! Like my brother, who was like sitting next to me, like he was just like in audible shock when like Andrew first came out, and I'm like,
yeah,
I like. Because I had a suspicion they were going to be in the movie, and I'm just like, where are they going to show up? And then they show up. When they did, I'm just like, man, it was perfect. And everybody in the, they clapped at the end, and they did like there's some audible gasps, and there were some chuckles in the theater when like some jokes were happening, and
yeah. You know what I liked? The jokes land. A lot of the jokes they were good. They landed. It was funny. That was another great part. And I love that part when Ned says he was like, look at when he asked what was it? He asked Toby, he says, did you have a best friend? He said, yeah, he died in my arms trying to kill me. I was like, oh my god. And he said something, and I can't remember what part he said Ned said to Toby, Tom Holland. He said, I won't become a super villain and kill you like the others. And I was like, and he had that look in his eye, and I was like, oh, they're showing up that's possibly Hobgoblin in the future now, especially when he. What's up, Rome, man?
I just love the awkward silence at the end of that. It's just like them looking at each other for like a solid like 30 to 40 seconds, and then he's just like, thank you.
Yeah. Rome, let me see if I got it there. There's the link if you want to come in, bro. Yeah, I see a lot of things that's easily setups for the future if they want to do it. And so they had the Easter eggs in there perfectly set up and all that. But and that part at the end, I'll tell you the part at the end when he pretty much just lost everybody and nobody knows him. That was a little tearjerker too. Especially when the two Spider-Mans, they were all there, together hugging, and then they're just waving, and then you just fade away, and it was like, oh man, it was sort of, it's like, I wonder, but see if you think of that, they don't know who he is, but now does Andrew and Toby's Spider-Man know who each remember? I wonder if they remember each other though. So they don't remember. I was weird about that spell. I was wondering, maybe do they know? Like Toby knows that there's another Spider-Man. Andrew Spider-Man. He don't know the Tom Holland one, but he maybe knows Andrew's. It's like that. There's it's kind of it's gonna be weird. Just if they go back to their universes and Norman Osborn's alive. I guess I'm assuming now, and he's a good guy. He's not a bad guy anymore. Doc Ock is not a bad guy anymore. Electro's not a bad guy. So, that's their whole universe is all flipped around stuff now. So,
yeah. See, it's like there is one negative I had. I wish, at the end of the movie we saw what was going on with Toby and Andrew's universes, so we get at least a little bit of closure with them. But I understand because it's not an Andrew and Toby film. Like, they wanted to focus on Tom Holland stuff. But it would have been nice to maybe have like one scene where like Toby's like talking to MJ or somebody, or hell, he's even like talked with Doc Ock, like have like maybe like or Andrew's like talking with Aunt May, or like I wish we had like some sort of closure with those characters, because while like they did kind of like go full circle with Andrew saving MJ and Toby saving Osborn from the glider, like I wish we just had like a little more with them. That's just more like a nitpicky problem, because because this movie was just.
It'd been about a 3-4 hour movie, man. It could have made it that way, but I mean, I'm glad they did it was 2.5 hour movie, because I know Venom, the second Venom, I haven't seen yet, but they said that's a very short film. It's an hour and 10-15 minutes or something. I'm glad and that's what Sony usually does. I'm glad Sony didn't do that, because could you imagine it'd been just like an hour and 15 minutes? It'd been like, it would have been, it'd been choppy as hell. But I'm glad they did give it a 2.5 hour movie. And I wish it would maybe a 3. I wish it would have maybe added 30 more minutes, but maybe it would have been too much. But I felt it was pretty good. I mean, like I said, you got really little nitpicks, but it was a damn good movie. That's the only thing I can say. It was a damn good movie.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about it is that the movie had downplayed Toby Spidey sense. They downplayed everybody's Spidey sense. Seemed like just when Hobgoblin just had stabbing in the back. I said, wait a minute, Andrew, nobody just can see that coming. Had these Spidey senses. And that is like a problem just with the MCU, because you remember, like in Civil War, Tom Holland's Spidey sense was working and he was avoiding stuff. But second, this movie, everybody's Spidey sense came in and out. I got something just on get that.
Yeah, I did like that part when when they were there working on the antidotes with the bad guys, and then Tom Holland, he was just like, I didn't know what the hell was going to happen, and that was the weirdest part. I was like, man, what's going on? And he throws that web right at the Green Goblin, or the Green Goblin there, and I was like, wow, Norman Osborn. I was like, that was really cool. I wasn't expecting that if but I was like,
they should have brought in the Spider-Man a little bit earlier, I think, because
sorry,
they would have brought in Toby or Andrew a little bit earlier. They could have told Tom Holland is that that Norman Osborn is not to be trusted, and not to bring him their technology. That's what I didn't trust him the first time I see him. And for the thing about a superhero, he should have told his aunt to leave the premises, because you got supervillains inside that apartment. If something going wrong, your aunt do not got no powers. Why would you leave her there? You should have told her to leave. And of my opinion. Because you remember, like with Toby always fight his villains away from Aunt May just to keep her out of danger. Tom Holland, he should have thought the same thing and stuff, in my opinion. But in my opinion, he was thinking just like a child, and that's what. Bro, man, you're a senior in high school, a grown man. You should have thought about your auntie's safety before you even brought the villains there. And that was the last place I bring them there. The last place.
Yeah. This would probably be my nitpick thing. The court scene with Derek, they really, I wish they would have did a little bit more with Matt Murdock with Daredevil. So, you know, I mean, I gave him the suit, but I mean, he had a little part, but it was not a lot. You know, it was a very small part. You know, I think they would get a little bit more in there.
Yeah,
I agree.
And plus, in my opinion, this should have brought Daredevil to the fight too. Fighting the villains, the Shocker, and They could have, because he was. I mean, he was there, and he was. I mean, you see, he's already has his power. You know, he's already got the Daredevil. He goes, he could have been there, but you know, I guess they're going to save that for us. But I mean, I'm glad they brought him in that way. You know, that was a awesome appearance there. So that just, I was expecting She-Hulk. I was expecting her to pop in there, but not as She-Hulk, but the actress playing She-Hulk. I figured that she would be in that court scene, just to set it up, because it's all going to set up with She-Hulk and all them together. So it would have been awesome. Ain't the Echo show coming before She-Hulk, or that coming after?
They haven't. I don't think they've started production on Echo yet. So you're probably looking at 2023 at least for Echo. She-Hulk's is She-Hulk or Moon Knight's next, or the next ones. They're the next ones, and then Miss Marvel it's going to be in November. No, in November. They pushed it to November, and then I think that's it this year on Marvel films, and then unless the What If, I don't know if the What If, maybe the animated ones, maybe they got a couple zombies, animated ones. But I think a lot of them is pushed to 2023. I think Echo's 2020. Armor War. I want to see Armor Wars. That's another one I'm really wanting to see. But I think it's 2023. I don't think they've started production on that one yet. I think main one right now. And supposedly Kevin Feige is supposed to make more announcements. So we probably may get a Daredevil show, and possibly a Ghost Rider too. I've heard maybe. Unless he's just they're gonna bring him into the Echo thing, the Echo show. But I think the Echo show is like I was talking to. Austin, was you on that? You were on Danny's panel on Hawkeye show?
Yes.
I think you weren't there last week when I came on. Or was you on it? Yeah, you were on that. But like they were saying, to me, she's just not. They're not really pushing her. They're putting her like a side character. They had her like in front as the main villain, and now when they brought Natasha, Black Widow's sister in, she's now Elena. Yeah, Elena. Yeah, they sort of they got her now like a little side villain, and it just, and I haven't seen enough of her. I know she's a badass. I've seen her fight and all that, but to have her own show is kind of I could see Elena having her own show. That's what I'm saying. I could see her having Elena, the new Black Widow, or so. I'm not give Kevin Feige ideas.
It might have her in movies though.
She's the new Black Widow. That's how they're going to replace Black Widow. She's the new Black Widow. But I'm just saying I could see her having a show before Echo, but I don't know. Maybe they got an idea for it, so we'll see what happens. But we will see. That's like we'll see what this next episode of Hawkeye. I feel it's going to be. I hope, and it's going to be. It's a great ending, and and hopefully gets a surprise in there. I want to see. I want to see Fist. I want the Kingpin. I want to see him. I want to see him talking, and I want to see him. I love the picture's awesome. That was a picture. Everybody excited about. But I want to see him actually talking and in the scene. So that'd be very interesting.
Yeah, and plus the one thing that I don't like about Marvel right now is like they downplay, like I think for certain superheroes in the universe, something like the Hulk, they downplay the Hulk. In some of the movies, they downplay the Black Panther in some of the team up movies and stuff like that, and pump up the ground heroes.
Yeah,
because they had Black Widow beating one of the Black Order. I said, women now. I look in the comic books, the Black Order is really powerful characters. The Black Widow by herself wouldn't be able to beat them. She would need at least Captain America or Iron Man help just to beat one of them.
Well, at least we know. I mean, with the She-Hulk, we're going to get the Hulk back. So I don't know what Hulk we're going to get Professor Hulk, or is he going to be a badass Hulk, or because they keep talking about they're going to make this World War III or World War Hulk film. So I don't think it's going to be Professor Hulk. He's like Mr. Bean Hulk. He's not. He's like a too calm and peaceful Hulk. I mean, they won't get that mean aggressive Hulk. I don't know. Then if the Red Hulk comes, then you got the Thunder. It's setting up for the Thunderbolts. You can say that, but with bringing Daredevil and you bring these street characters, I can definitely see them bringing Luke Cage back. They could probably. I don't know if this is going to be the same actor. And then you got the Punisher. You got the Iron Fist. You could easily integrate all these characters together with Daredevil and all that. I mean, it's easily a way to bring them back. Just bringing that one key back in. Jessica Jones too. I've possibly heard showing up to him one of these shows. So
they show her flying. Then they show her flying because up in the comic books, up in the shows, they're not showing her where her strength and stuff like that because like in the comic book, she have a costume and stuff like that. I think the MCU probably could bring that to it. But the thing is, it's like which way would it introduce her? That's the problem.
Yeah,
with the MCU right now.
I just want, I know Disney has. I wish Disney would leave Marvel alone on the PG. I mean, and I know Marvel. Some kids, but there's some characters, and we're getting to these certain characters that needs to be treated the same way they were on Netflix. They can't be PG-13. Punisher's going to be tough to be a PG-13 character. Blade, I guess you can. It's going to be tough. Deadpool. But I mean, you're going to those characters now. You're going into the monsters. You're going into the street characters. You're going to Warner Brothers does it. So Disney needs to say, if do the parental advisory, where you block the kids out. They can't watch anything over, PG-13 or whatever it is. It's funny because the United States is the only one who does this. Now you go to over Canada, UK, it has the Disney Pluses. They have that, and you can watch rated R films. Right, Deadpool 2, right there besides Captain America, which PG-13, and they just have parental advisory. So same thing on the shows. Yeah, I mean, you do the character. Make sure. I just don't go in there and I don't want to see a punter. It's hard. A punter. I mean, like Punisher. It's. I can't imagine a Punisher PG-13 film. Or PG-13 series. I mean, that's.
They had tried that with Blade. They tried with Blade 3 PG-13, and the fans didn't like it.
Yeah, it's trash. I mean, even Daredevil. I mean, you can. I mean, you can make a PG-13 anyway. You can make Andrew Dice Clay PG-13 if you want to, but it's not the same show. That's the problem,
Yeah.
I mean, certain characters benefit in rated R format. Like Ghost Rider would even be good in a rated R format.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. I mean, you don't have to have it so extreme that it's almost beyond the rated R thing. But you got to have it where, okay, we just can't, there's blood and there's violence in it. That's the character. I'm sorry. That's the character. You just can't get around it. I mean, that's just what they're going to have to do. And hopefully they see DC doing some of these shows doing that and they're being successful, they say, okay, guys, now DC's doing better than us. Cause they figured, well, some of our characters can't be PG-13. We got to push the envelope, and
Is Black Adam rated R? Is Black Adam rated R?
I don't think they haven't got the listing out yet. It might. I don't know yet. It's probably going to be PG-13, but I mean, this is like that new Batman movie come out. That looks like that's like the darkest Batman movie I've ever seen. I mean, they're pushing it to the limit on that. I'm hoping it's good. I really hope it's good because I was a little worried about the actor that was playing it, but I mean the trailer it looks like it's fire. The trailer is, so I'm hoping.
Oh yeah.
If it's good,
yeah.
Yeah, if it's good, Marvel better be very very aware, because if it does really good, hits that Batman hits $1 billion, and then you come in on with Black Adam and he hits $1 billion, Marvel's going to have to up their game again. They're going to be behind. So that's the thing. There's DC's catching up with them. I mean, on some things, if them two films, I think you'll see a lot more DC films coming after that. If those two films do what we're thinking they're going to do.
And for you count just the Blue Beetle movie, they put it coming out in theaters, and that could bring out the Spanish people and stuff like that under theaters and stuff like that, because you know, like Black Panther just that did for the Black community. The Blue Beetle could do the same thing.
It's like Shang-Chi with the Asian community. That was a really good. I was really surprised. That was a really good movie, Shang-Chi. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, it had its problems and things. I wish it would do a little bit, but it was a pretty good movie. And I, Black Widow was not that bad either. It was not the best, but it was not that bad either. It was pretty good. I haven't seen Eternals. I haven't seen Eternals yet, so I can't even judge that one. I haven't seen that or Venom, so I haven't. Them two I have to wait to see, but those wasn't too bad. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst.
I got to see Eternals again just to make sure that I judge it right. Because for some movies, I gotta look at it more than one time just to make sure that those the same problems I see the first time, or just I just overlooked just some dialogue or something like it wasn't a movie.
Yeah, Austin, you've seen the Eternals, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like it. I know Danny on there. He said he liked it, but he says a lot. You gotta dig into it. I guess it's one of those movies. You gotta dig into it to understand it, and it builds upon stuff. But so that's probably
they had gender been a whole lot of characters that puts be males, but it changed it to females. Some of the characters, because you look at the comic book characters compared to the actors and actresses, I say, why didn't Marvel just look at the comic book stuff and just cast it according to that?
Yeah,
and that's my thing. It's something like, I understand you want to cast people of color. That's what the comic books got. A whole lot of people of color in the comic books. Just look at the comic books and stuff like that. It's a whole lot of characters that's black, white, Spanish. You don't get to cast a gender bend or something like that just for a character that's already established. They got history already.
But Austin, like what I heard is the story was just too choppy. That's the only thing I heard. Is that what both y'all? Because y'all seen it, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, the story was choppy, but I also felt like the characters weren't that memorable. And also, it's really boring at times. Like, the action is good, but I expect that out of a Marvel film, and the visuals are good. But other than that, Eternals is just, I mean, it's
a shame too.
It's not
a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame because you brought you have this big. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's not the worst Marvel movie, but it's rough.
But it's a shame though. Like I haven't seen it, but you had the Celestials and all that. You have so much possibility to make such a memorable movie. It's sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy. I never heard of. I'm not a deep comic person, so I don't know. The Eternals were. I mean, I don't remember them at all. But it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't really know much about them either. But they made that first film so memorable that, hell yeah, now everybody knows them. But that's what I'm saying. You had all these characters that could have been, and they just, they tried to put their little things in there and all that. It's sort of what I'm hearing. I said, I haven't seen it yet. It's what they could have made that movie. It could have been a very memorable movie. It's like everybody next week's going to be wearing their Eternals t-shirts, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Good luck finding on eBay or Amazon Guardians of the Galaxy any kind of merchandise before that film come out, because nobody heard of them before. Now, damn, everybody's got the groups and the Rocket Raccoon shirt and the Star-Lord. They got the game, supposedly the number one game of all for this year. I mean, like pillows. I think I got my Groot and my Drax pillow. I mean, guess what? You had never seen that before that movie came out. But that's what I'm saying. The Eternals, they could have did the same thing, but they just, it looks like they over pushed themselves, and we could have had our Icarus t-shirts or something.
They said Icarus was sound like compared to Superman, and plus I saw the comparison with the eye vision and stuff like that. But the thing is, it sound like the Henry Cavill Superman and Man of Steel still is better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they was inspired by the Man of Steel, let's say, in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and plus I could tell by that movie, just by Icarus, that it just who they're inspired by. Because they said they like Superman 78, but they said that the Man of Steel Superman is still a little bit better based on current and stuff like that, what people would actually just relate to. It was kind of better, I think, in my opinion. Than the Man of Steel Superman is the best one, I think, so far.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of characters that as another character. I'm surprised the Sentry. I'm surprised they haven't tried to bring that in there. I know Nova. They're finally. I'm hearing rumors that Nova might be also in the future works, but there's a lot of.
You can't really bring in Sentry because Sentry is like a crackhead. His power is his addiction. He's like a crackhead. If you go by his original origin of it, he's like a crackhead of the power. And that's why I'm scared of just the MCU doing, because the MCU is gonna have to change the whole.
Oh, they'll change it around a little bit. Yeah. Well, that's like Namor. Yeah. That's like Namor. Well, that's like Namor possibly in Black Panther 2. That's going to be all changed around a little bit too. So if we ever get that film, that's the thing.
Yeah. Shoot. I hate to say it, that they're gonna have to cast a whole new Black Panther. Whether people like it or not, they gotta have to cast it.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be pushed 2023 because if Shuri, I've heard back and forth. I don't know if Shuri, they fired her or not. But if they lose Shuri too, I mean, there's nobody left. Only person left is what's his name? Okoye. Well, see, I heard rumors that they might make her and what's his name? The guy in the heels. Baku. What's his name? Baku. Baku. He's the only people left. He's the only leaders left in there. They've got everybody else.
That would make no sense because in the comic books, he didn't like technology and stuff like that. He liked the old ways. Yeah.
I mean, it's Hey, Poe, what's going on? Hey, Jack. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I was gonna say because they're gonna have to recast T'Challa. They're gonna have to. I mean, I know a lot. I feel sorry for Coogler or the director. Because he's gonna get shit upon no matter what he does. If he recasting, people, half the audience are gonna bitch about it. Say, "Oh, you did this in disrespect," and if he doesn't, then the other half's gonna bitch about it. Complain. So he's right there. He's like in a rock and hard place. I think they should, but like I said, what's us? People gonna bitch at him no matter what. It's just, but it's getting to the point. They're going to have to. I mean, it's going to how are you going to explain? How are you going to explain T'Challa gone and Shuri gone if they both are gone? How are you going to?
Yeah, because you can't bring back Killmonger because he got killed in the last movie. You can't bring him back because you bring him back, that gonna even start more confusion.
Well, they said he's coming back, but he's going to be in the herb. He goes into the what you call it, when you take the herb and they go into the spiritual world or whatever. They said he's gonna. They said that he's going to be in there, but so you can't. I know Danny always saying that they got the technology that Killmonger didn't die at the end of that. I mean, he looks like he died, but you could write anything. I guess they could say, comes back, but
that don't make no sense.
but we kind of everybody be like, oh, you're just doing it because you pretty much ain't got nobody else to bring back. So. I'm sure Ryan Coogler's probably rewrote this script like 100 times already. I mean, he probably what's sad, he probably had a script ready right before Chadwick Boseman died. He probably had a script ready to go, and it probably was a fire script, and that script just got flip-flopped and this and that, and I'm, I've heard now, probably, you're going to get probably Namor and possibly Doctor Doom. So that's the thing. If you flip flop these characters, and they might flip flop some of the villains out too. The villains might change around too. I don't know. Be completely different than what we was going to get. So I mean, I feel bad for him. I mean, I'm hoping it's a good film, but I was like, it's just going to be one of those situations.
If I was the big director, I've been able to say recast T'Challa. That just me, and just don't care who get mad because like at the end of the day, the Black Panther story was not finished.
No.
And plus, it was too soon for Shuri anyway. It was too soon for her anyway.
Yeah. So, that's. Like I said, it's. I believe they're gonna have to wait till 2023, but problem is, it's all and the thing is, what sucks about it is that story. How much? What is it connected to push on this multiverse? Do we need? I mean, is it a film that has to be shown this coming year, or can it wait? Because it's like
I can wait.
That's what I said. Is how much connection does it have to the multiverse? I mean, is it that's what I'm saying. We got probably Namor, so that's tied into the Eternals. See, I keep hearing that if they do make Eternals 2, that's what they're going to bring Galactus in. So I don't know. And then in Shang-Chi, I keep hearing rumors with Galactus there. And I guess we got Kang coming in the Ant-Man 3 movie. So
yeah.
Or is that going to be where Kang ends, or is it continue on from there? So it's a lot of. That's all I said. I don't know where that film is going to deal with Kang and all that. And also like the Marvels is the Marvel. Is that going to deal with Kang, or so that's the thing? They act like are they all going to connect, or are they going? They got separate little things and they all connect back together. So
the other thing about it, like in Ant-Man. We don't know which Kang coming because you remember Loki. He said he got multiple versions of himself. It could be the bad version or it could be the good version. And plus, we don't know which version
coming, man. Yeah, and there's multiple Kangs. So I meant I thought we might see Kang in this Spider-Man film, but maybe he was up in there in that sky with all that purple, that purple stuff. I was like, maybe he was one of those things that I don't know if maybe he was that guy with a staff. See, I don't know. So I try to figure out who that guy with the staff is. I was looking at like Spider-Man villains.
That's probably Dr. Voodoo. Somebody just for Wakanda. Up in a different universe, because Dr. Voodoo was a sorcerer supreme at one time too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
could
thing.
Be.
Is that the Dr. Voodoo just for this universe or just from another universe? Because you remember that Loki had messed up. She messed up a whole lot of stuff when she killed him.
So I need my glasses. I guess I'm squinting.
I'm gonna drop out.
Oh yeah, Austin, we'll have a good one, brother. If I don't see you, man, you have Merry Christmas and be safe out there.
Yep, I will. I will hopefully talk to you guys soon.
Yeah.
You'll have a good rest of your night.
You have a good one. I'm sure I'll stream. I'll check you out if y'all stream any, Austin.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going pretty soon too. It's getting close to midnight, so I got do stuff in the morning and all that. But yeah, guys, yeah, definitely have a Merry Christmas and a happy New Year's next week. Have a safe Christmas and a happy holidays. Then.
Later, guys.
All right.
See you, Austin.
All
yeah,
right.
so that could be that guy, Dr. Voodoo. I was just looking at all the. I was like looking at some clip art. I was like, who the hell is the guy has a staff? I was like figuring out. But it could be. Yeah, it could be. I was like, maybe it's not a. I was trying to think maybe Spider-Man, because they said everybody, the multiverse, Spider-Man did a little around with everybody. He was with, with Deadpool a little bit, Deadpool universe. He was with Daredevil. So maybe I'm trying to think, maybe it's some villain and from, he helped fought in there, and who knows? I mean, there's a lot of possibilities it could be in there.
And plus, in my opinion, I think the next Doctor Strange movie
ain't nothing here, brother.
Oh no,
you're on the wrong string, man. Unless you're talking about Spider-Man there, flexing them there. That's about it. Yeah, you didn't get to see none of it. There wasn't none in Spider-Man. There was none in Spider-Man.
And did you know that Netflix was making a Gundam movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put making a live action Gundam movie.
If
that movie actually do good, that gonna force Disney to and to the other projects. You know what I mean? That's not Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if Netflix Gundam movie actually take off, something like the Squid Games did on the extra service, that will force Disney Plus to do like on the live action Gargoyles and stuff like that, like they bought.
Oh yeah.
That forced them to do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that they were talking about the guy who created them the Gargoyle, that they were wanting to do a live action movie, and then Disney just did not. I'm like, why? Disney has a lot of good IPs that they could, redo. And I mean, that would have been
if they excellent. Don't want them, if they don't want to, just sell them. If you don't want them, just sell them off.
I mean, that's a good, and a lot of people, the 80s nostalgia, that's a 90s, 80s nostalgia. That's a good IP. They could make a new or continue. Continue the series. They could bring that animated series back, and that would be a hit. People. I mean, they're bringing the X-Men animated series back. I mean, so that'd be I'm excited about that because I really like that the animated series. So I'd love to bring that Spider-Man series back, the old Spider-Man one too. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I just hope the writing good. That's all I'm hoping for. I just hope for good writing. Do it right in the animation. That's all I can hope for. Yeah. And that's my thing. Be because like the older shows writing be more than the just be better than the newer shows. I say that you shouldn't be seeing that much of a difference like that. Like you see older shows writing better than the new ones.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
Mm-hmm. But definitely, I mean, never know.
Yeah.
But
and it's kind of like oh, okay.
No. Go ahead.
And do you think the next Kong movie could probably can spur into the next Godzilla movie as fighting the same monsters? Sound like aliens and stuff like that, because it would look like they might be spurring into.
They could. The next MonsterVerse Godzilla. I heard they're working on. I've heard they're going to do the Kong under, or what's it the where he goes back to that
Hollow Earth.
Yeah, Hollow Earth. I've heard they're going to do that. That's supposed to be the next one. I've heard, so I'm not sure. They were supposed to be a list of like 10. They had a plan of like 10 more movies. So, I mean, there's a lot more monsters and characters there. So, but I heard that's the next one that they're working on. I think Kong. Then I guess they'll bring Godzilla back in a different one, but that's what I'm hearing right now. So.
Oh, okay.
But you never know. I mean, that's Warner Brothers. Whatever they think. So, but I've heard that's what that's what it was. That was a couple months ago. But anything can change. When they if they're working on the scripts and all that. But that's heard. I heard they wanted to do a Hollow Earth Kong movie. So, and then come back to the. I guess they try to do that, and then they come back to Godzilla again, and then they'll have a big team up movie again.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like I said, there's a lot.
If you look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. They've got a lot of a lot of different monsters in there. They just gotta, gotta figure out, just get a good script and I did what they want to do.
Yeah.
But Hollow Earth would be a cool movie. I mean, Kong. I mean, the first Kong was really good, and like the last one there was, everybody liked Kong better than Godzilla. I mean, what people I've heard, but. So I mean, the Kong.
I like the Godzilla movie.
Oh, you like them better, the Godzilla ones?
I like the Godzilla movies better than the Kong ones because you look at the big old Godzilla movies. Each movie just had higher stakes than the last one.
Yeah,
because the first one was good, but the thing is, Godzilla wasn't much in it, but you could feel his presence throughout the movie. The second one. Now, it was more higher for stakes, and the third one, we all know in Mechagodzilla probably won that one, aka King Ghidorah, which they did wrong, in my opinion. You could look at King Ghidorah supposed to came down as a robot 3-headed monster.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember that, like in the older ones, he came as a robot 3-headed King Ghidorah by the aliens. But and plus, I think the aliens got another King Ghidorah up their sleeve. I think, in my opinion, in future movies, or Space Godzilla or something might be coming.
Milton says, "I'm having a steak for dinner. How jealous are you? Are you having it at home or are you having it at a restaurant?"
Because you having a restaurant, I'm jealous. But you having it at home.
It's 12 o'clock here, man. It's a little too late for steak right now. I definitely maybe tomorrow, but yeah, you might be later on. Yeah, if it's at Texas Roadhouse or one of those places, yeah, that's good stuff, man. You got a loaded baked potato and good old stuff, mac and cheese.
And kind of tomorrow on my stream, I might be live streaming the watch party, just the new Matrix movie.
Oh,
on my channel
tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I think just come out tonight. Night at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I definitely ain't gonna be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to see it. No, I'll watch it tomorrow.
I got
Yeah, I got some yard work I got to do tomorrow. I'm off of work, but I got to do some yard. I got a ton. But we had some 30, 40 mile per hour winds today, and it just got crap all over the damn yard. So I got to clean the yard up tomorrow. So let's see what he say.
Yeah, and plus for me, I might not stream the watch party till 7 something, 8 something. I think something like that. I just might stream the movie tomorrow, but the thing is, you can't show the movie on your screen not like that. You just can look at it, but you can't show it because brothers.
They'll knock you down. I was going to ask Anzo how he does. Anzo does a lot. He does a lot of those streams, but he got it where it blank because he did the fight the other night. And he had it it sort of blanket out. I got to ask him how he does that. Yeah, because I was I was interested.
Yeah, that's what I got to figure out because sure, I tried that jump. I tried to jump one time just on one of the shows on HBO Max. HBO had blocked that junk. I say, what in the world going on?
They ain't got to watch you strike your channel and all that, knock you down. Because I know YouTube is they're trying to take channels down and all that for nothing. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
I know. I had a stream tonight. We had one of my early streams. We had a guest, a rock band from California, and I was like, well, I wanted to play their music, but I said I can't, because even though it's their music, I said, because YouTube will freaking ding me so hard, and I'll be already knocked the stream down, so it ain't worth doing.
And YouTube is strict on music too. YouTube is strict on
music. Yeah, music, and especially movies. Well, I mean, I know. I was funny when Spider-Man came out. People kept posting those. They was posting the leaks and stuff.
People had spoilers online.
Oh yeah, and dude, man, you can see, but Sony, man, started hitting them, man. You can see, boom, 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 man. Sony started hitting those things. I got to see. I watched a little bit of them, and then they like go back and rewatch it. Boom, Sony already knocked it down, man. There were people all kinds of stuff. But it was funny, but but it was channels. But the people were doing it. I was looking at, they weren't main channels. There was like people with like 20 subs. They just had their little made up an account and 20 subs. They were throwing these things on there. So, but yeah, nobody would know big channel or upcoming channel, or they didn't. None of them posted that stuff, man. Because man, they were striking them and knocking them channels out like crazy.
Yeah, man, I was mad, bro, because think about it. People were spoiling it, and that's what I couldn't even be on YouTube for about 2 days just until I saw the movie, because there was so many spoilers dealing with the movie. It was so many spoilers though dealing with it. I keep on saying, God, dog.
Yeah, that was sad. I already knew what most. Yeah, I knew what most of the stuff happened, but I was like, well, but I went in. I was still excited. I still had a good time and all that. But yeah, Zil, I'm gonna probably close it up here in a minute, brother. So,
all right.
Yeah, go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish. And go ahead and finish what. Go ahead and finish what you were saying in just a few more minutes. I'll give like 5 minutes more.
I just might do 2 screens tomorrow. I think I might screen a Matrix movie, watch party a little bit early, and plus at night I just might do some kind of review of the movie. Of it, and puts the Spider-Man feature and stuff like that. Yeah, I just might do the watch party early, and plus at night I do my regular live stream like I do at 11 most of the time.
Okay, guys, check out his channel, Zil Nation 1. He'll be here like you said. He'll probably be here tomorrow night. So. Usually do a Saturday night stream too, right? But are you gonna do it this Saturday because of Christmas, or are you gonna probably push it on another day?
No, I do it on Saturday. I do it on.
You gonna do it? Oh, you're gonna do one on Christmas? Okay, so anybody up on Christmas night? So he'll be on there. So
and I'll stream tomorrow and Christmas. Because think about it, people still need a chance to look at.
oh yeah, man. Because after Christmas, you'd be like. You can't really go nowhere because nothing's open. So after everybody will get online, see what's going on, check some movies out, and stream. I know somebody said they were going to do a 72-hour stream. I know one of them guys. It was Jedi Bill. I think it was Jedi Bill or something. He's going to do or it might be the New Year's stream. He's going to do a 72-hour stream. Like, was it during Christmas or during right at New Year's? I was like,
How are you supposed to do 72 hours though? 72 hours is a long time.
Well, the problem with that, you have to reset it. But I guess you just reset and start like part 1, part 2. But I would be after 24 hours. I know Deej did a 48-hour the other day, but I was like, man. Well, I mean, you run out of stuff to talk to. After that many hours, you'd be like, you just start sleeping on stream, I guess different.
Yeah, man, I just get tired. After an hour or 2 and stuff like that, or 3 hours.
Yeah. About 3 hours is about most of me. I did 3 hours one time, but we had a good subject and stuff going. I think me and you did one like a good 2.5, 3 hour one. But I mean, after that, it's kind of well. Then you won't want to stream again for another week or 2 because you ain't got nothing to talk about. If you've probably talked your whole life after 72 hours. You're 72 hours talking.
Yeah, we could look at 72 hours. That's about 2 or 3 weeks worth of content.
Well, you bring a lot of. Well, you'll bring a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, you have to bring a lot of people on and talk, but it's like you got people falling out half asleep in the show and snoring. I know I watched one and half the people were snoring and you bring new people in, but it's just
MSK did one for 8 hours. Remember? Remember MSK did one for 8 hours and he fell asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I always think, I said, damn, how the hell is MSK up this time of night? But I forget he's in California. So, I mean, he's 3 to 4 hours behind us. So, or behind us. So I was like, so that's, so it ain't, he's not really when I'm looking at 3 o'clock in the morning. I say, what the hell is he doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning? He's just acting normal. I said, but it's only like 11 or 10 o'clock at his time. So I'm thinking, so that I'm like, I always thinking, I like, and I feel bad for, I know, yes. I remember I like some of the guys and ladies that come over that stream from England and Australia, and I'm thinking, damn, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or like the middle of the day, it's thinking the time changes. They're troopers, man. I can be able to do that. I'm like, that's hard to do that. But I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Like I said, check out Zill Nation, subscribe to his channel. Great content. Great DC, Marvel, comic books, movies. Check out Zill Nation 1. Anything, Zill, you want to talk about anything else about the channel coming up?
On tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing a watch party tomorrow, early on the afternoon. Deal with the Matrix because like 3 o'clock in the morning, that's too early for me. I got me to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And plus later on that night on Wednesday, I gonna do a live stream as well.
Okay, cool. And Austinator was in here earlier. He has an awesome channel. Check it out, Austinator on YouTube. He has a great channel. Does a lot of Spider-Man, Marvel, Star Wars content. And I appreciate everybody that came in the chat. Zach was in here. Milton, I hope you enjoyed that steak. I hope that steak's good. Jack Law was in here. I appreciate brother coming in. Poe came in earlier, and I think let's see who else was in there. Rome came in. I appreciate he had to go to work. Danny was in here earlier, and Robert Storms was here earlier. I appreciate it. Everybody came in, popped in. Get a chance, you subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I got some content on there. We had a good show this earlier today. I had an interview with a band in California named White Collar. It's a couple hours ago, so it's on the channel. Got some more shows coming up in the future. I got a show. So a friend of Eric's, the guy she's on my show. He's got a friend from New York who is a rap artist, and he's a chef and a exercise guru. So we're gonna interview him. I think I'm gonna do that in January because we got it. So we're gonna check out him. He's gonna probably tell us about his. He's a rap artist up in New York, and he's also a chef. So it's gonna be an interesting stream. I got a bunch of other shows. I'm got a little sports show I'm trying to work on, different things. So there's a lot of, and we'll probably do another Spider. And who knows, with Spider-Man going on, we'll probably do 2 or 3 more Spider-Man shows, till the new year. So check it out, guys. Man, and everybody have a great night. If I don't see you, be safe out there. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, guys. Y'all have a great night.
All right. You too.